Hello everyone, I just want to share my experiences over the last week or so with the eclipse energies coming in. It's been pretty intense for me, so this may or may not resonate with you, depending on where you're at. Yes, so last Saturday, the 30th, was the solar eclipse in Taurus. And prior to this, I was on a high, shall we say? Probably the longest high since this whole process has started for me. Weeks on end. I was feeling great. I was feeling worthy. I was in my truth. I was in joy, in love, in bliss, and in alignment. Everything was going well. And yeah, it all came to an abrupt end on the 30th as the eclipse was literally just coming in. And I know that these energies, it's never about literally just that one day or that moment. It's really, especially with the eclipses, I understand that they last for quite a long time, up to 6 months. And we are still recovering from a lunar and a solar eclipse back in November 2021 and December 2021. So, you know, we're really in these eclipse energies, and there's also an eclipse coming up on the 16th of May, the lunar eclipse. So yes, this may or may not resonate with you. For me, I just went downhill very rapidly. I was triggered left, right, and center. And what's very interesting is that the triggers are sort of short bursts. So they're not like I'm triggered and I'm there for a day or two. It's literally like for like 10 minutes or half an hour, and then it's gone again. And then there'll be something else that happens. And it's, for me personally, it has been the same thing. And it comes down to unworthiness. So what I am interpreting from these eclipse energies is that what is coming to light now is for us to work on. We really need to work on this. And it might even feel like a repeat. And I was actually thinking this earlier, that it feels a little bit deja vu. You know, I feel like I've done this work. But I haven't, not from this level of perspective, not from this version of me. Yes, I may have done it last year, but that was a different version of me. So, whatever is coming up for us is being highlighted for us to work on. And it simply cannot come with you to the next level. And that's why it's so intense. And it might be really small triggers, but it's super intense, the emotion. And what I'm experiencing as well is that I'm literally sort of, I say it feels like deja vu because I'm sort of being transported back into that space where I really felt that way about myself. And now I don't, or I thought I didn't, right? So our ego is in a way very powerful in hiding things from us. And so, you know, the last few weeks where I was feeling just so on a high, I felt so amazing. And there was, you know, that was on the surface. On the surface, I felt good. I felt okay. But deep down, there's still something there that needs to work on. And that's what the eclipse is coming in to show us. And this is just the first of two within a few weeks of each other that we're experiencing. And so I'm bracing myself for the next one, because if I really don't knuckle down and do the process of limiting beliefs, do the inner child work, do the shadow work, if we don't do it, then it's going to manifest in a much bigger way, I suspect, in the next eclipse. So I just want to share this with you. I'm really just in this space of sitting in the feelings. It's like I have just been sort of transported back into that old part of me that believed all these things, that felt these things. And it was actually the dominating factors of my being. It was the pillars of my existence, right? So I'm really going back into it and really feeling it. And this is where I would guide you all to try to embrace these aspects of you. And I know it's so difficult. I know. And I'm really, really struggling. And I'm, you know, I was umming and ahhing about doing this video, but I keep being guided that it will help you. Somebody out there, it's going to help. And I am here to serve. So I must share my experiences. Even if they're not good, you know, even if it's a negative experience. And that is part of this authenticity of embodying our true selves and not being ashamed or not feeling like we need to hide aspects of ourselves. This is me unfiltered, right? And so, yeah, the process that I'm really working on at the moment is just sitting in it. Just being in this discomfort, just being in those emotions, those thoughts that are sort of just running through my head, you know. And I know it will pass. You know, this is how we level up, right? We need to acknowledge, we need to embrace, and we need to do the work to clear what cannot move with us to the next level. So I hope this helps you, and know that you are not alone if you are going through a really difficult time right now. If you are being triggered and seeing those limiting beliefs that are inviting those triggers and those negative emotions to be triggered, really just dive in is what I would say. There's really no other way out but in.